You know I like to get you something better than this, but I can't. Because I don't have no money right now. I'm broke. So all I could really do is show you how much I love you and appreciate you. So happy Valentine's Day, baby. Baby, I love you, don't you notice? You the reason why I wrote this when everything else feels hopeless. You put it all back in focus when I'm sad and I wanna cry. I can take a look into your eye, to your surprise, just realize you make me glad to be alive. Made you smile many times, made you cry plenty times. Apologize every time, need me, call me anytime. Together this world can be ours. Get the money and get the power. Give you candy, gifts and flowers, then caress you in the shower. Got big plans for the future. I'm your man, I just can't lose you. I gotta prove it to you the right way is how I do you. Need a real woman by my side, filled with love and a lot of pride. Don't keep your feelings up inside, express them to me and never hide. I'm not perfect, but I'm worth it, more to you than just your surface. All your kisses and your wishes making me feel all so nervous. Don't wanna live without you, there's something that's so real about you. I can't explain, you take my pain, my love for you is nothing but truth. All the love I feel inside is keeping me alive when I look into your eyes. It's keeping me alive whenever I see your smile. It's keeping me alive, thoughts of us having a child. It's keeping me alive. Don't wanna be like Bonnie and Clyde, cause they already done died. Anticipate our wedding date, the day you become my bride. Cause I need you in my life, plus I see you as my wife. Our love don't have no price, kiss and hug at night, that's right. I love your waist and your thighs, love your face and your eyes. Your taste make me rise like a cake between your thighs. Never experienced real love until I finally met you. Cause you special, can't forget you. When you gotta go, it's hard to let you come back. Don't be long, you know I miss you when you gone. I can't kiss you when you gone. I won't hit you, that'll be wrong. Been through dilemmas like Nelly and Kelly, but you tell me that you ready. I believe you won't deceive you, so I hold you nice and steady. Wipe your tears with my finger. I'm a rapper, you a singer. Many nights full of laughter now. Tell me, do you remember? Hold you close, propose a toast to the one that I love the most. Other women try to boast, but none of them could ever come close. All the love I feel inside is keeping me alive when I look into your eyes. It's keeping me alive whenever I see your smile. It's keeping me alive, thoughts of us having a child. It's keeping me alive. I would die for you, give my life for you, give my day, give my evening and give my night for you. I'ma succeed, proceed to fulfill my dreams and share it all with my queen. Cause you already know one thing, I love them base just on some green. You deserve the finer things, necklace, chains, and diamond rings. When we get the same last name, maybe then your friend will start playing these games. But until then, he on thin ice. Lately things ain't been too right. I guess it's just the stress of life that makes me a little bit less than I apologize, please don't cry. Dry those tears from beneath your eyes, head to the sky. Show your smile, never give up and always try. When we apart, it hurts sometimes. We made it through the worst of times. Our time to shine, I'm glad you mine. We can stand the test of time. Cause I appreciate you. The best thing I did was date you. Never hate you, congratulate you. Show you love whenever I face you. Make me happy to be alive, to make you happy. I'm gonna strive to be the best that I can be. You and me will always survive. All the love I feel inside is keeping me alive when I look into your eyes. It's keeping me alive whenever I see your smile. It's keeping me alive, thoughts of us having a child. It's keeping me alive.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of Man Talk. Oh, man, the Black Lion is already in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Man Talk Monday exclusively on the Straight Talk Society. And we do have a good one for you tonight. Shout out to Tequila, the greatest moderator in the business, live and direct, letting me know that my angelic tones are already coming through loud and clear. Shout out to, okay, I don't know how to say this, SEI, say, welcome, peace. Looks like a female on the avatar, so welcome to the Straight Talk Society. Shout out to Ricardo in the building. Shout out to Jackie McCall. You know what's funny? Jackie McCall hasn't been on the last 2 Bible shows, but he's bright and early for Man Talk Monday. That just go to show you something, man. Man Talk Monday is where it's at. Even the Bible guys love Man Talk Monday, man. You can't. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you, man. But if you guys don't know yet, this is going to soon become your favorite channel. So shout out to Team We Right Here, the brother C-Dub. I was just popped in over on his channel for a couple of minutes. They were having a real good conversation that I felt like I just wanted to lend my manosphere esque adjacent voice to. Yes, I'm a woman and you pronounced it properly. Say, okay, thank you. Welcome to the Straight Talk Society. Yeah, so shout out to the brother C-Dub, Team We Right Here. We're just trying to build. That's what we do. Again, you guys know they attack me just as much as they attack everybody, but I just smile at them. I smile at them and I take this hand and stroke it through these glorious locks, because it doesn't matter to me, man. What we're doing, we're trying to build a community over here, and we're trying to change the stigma. The stigma is that Black people are just a bunch of ignorant niggers and all they do is beef and argue with one another. So we're trying to change that and show you that, hey, we can have productive conversations. We could talk about anything you like, and we could get in heated debates and heated arguments. But at the end of the day, we walk away respectfully with one another. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do over here. Just real quick, as I wait on young Kev. I know Kev said he might be a little late. I haven't heard from Mike. I heard from Mike earlier today, but I haven't heard from Mike. Mike will be popping on soon. Let me see. All right, I hadn't seen any messages, but yeah. So we got a couple of things going on. I am gonna in December go ahead and do a reset on the channel as far as just shutting it down for the rest of the year. Oh, there's Top Notch. There's Top Notch Princess. Hey, so let me say this. As I see Top Notch Princess, I have long said that Man Talk Monday was missing a female's voice on the channel. Now, whether that's by guests or, just panel every now and then, but I do think that we need a female's voice to kind of balance things out because, me, I'm going to be as impartial for the most part. And Mike and Wayne are going to be who they are. And then Kev's going to go way to Africa with his views. So you kind of need a female's voice to kind of just level things out. So Top Notch Princess she offered, first of all, she offered to come on the show. So I appreciate that. And this video that Wayne sent me, I'm like, oh my God, that's the best thing right there, just to hear a woman's point of view on it. So what time is it? 6. In a couple of minutes when we start, you know how we do it because we don't have a lot of time with her. We're going to let her go first, just to give her views on the video. And then you guys know how we're going to do it. It won't be before you long tonight because I do have a hard out. My daughter has been coming in here lately, getting real, testy with me that, hey, you got to be out of here by 8 o'clock. So, because we do our daddy-daughter thing, we got to watch wrestling, and that's just what we do, as you can see behind me. So, we'll be out of here by 8. So, like I was saying, we are gonna shut the channel down. Not necessarily shut it down. I mean, the videos will still be going on, but as far as the live stuff, I even talked with Venkat. They're wrapping up Tate Fist Politics for the season. Man Talk Monday, we got this show, and then we're gonna have another one next week. Is it next week? Yeah, we'll have another one next week, and then that'll be it. We'll still do the Dolphin shows and things like that because the season's still going on. But the MMA brothers are wrapping it up. I think their last show is going to be Saturday. We're just gonna do a reset. I want to put a new coat of paint on things. Me, I'm always looking at it, and my producer eye is like, no, man, we need to clean this up. We need to make this better. We need to tighten this up. So I got some things in mind. I want to shorten up some intro videos, things like that. Just do a little things, update some graphics, do things like that. And then with the holidays coming up, it gives me time to rejuvenate, because literally, I'm not going to lie to you, I work on average 50, maybe 55 hours a week, and I'm tired. I go to work every day, Monday through Friday. I got a wife, I got a young daughter, and I'm tired, in addition to all the other stuff that I got to do around the house. So going to take a break. We'll definitely be back in January. So this is not us going away. You know how we do it. We just need to take a break. So we're gonna but before we leave, we are gonna leave you with a good one. So Wayne, do me a favor. Hit Micah, because I don't want to waste okay. I don't want to waste Princess's visit here. So hit Mike up and let see where he is as we wait for Mike, man. Just how was everybody's day? Hope you had a good day. Hope everybody's, what are you guys' plans for the holidays coming up? I know everybody doesn't celebrate, like naturally everybody's going to gather for Thanksgiving, but we're not going to be like, not really celebrate the spirit behind it. Like, I don't really celebrate the spirit behind it. To me, it's just a day. Hell, first of all, you're off of work. You get the grub. Shout out to TNT News in the building. You get the grub. You know what I mean? And you get to spend time with your family, which should be the most important part of it. And just overall, you got Christmas coming up. No celebrating. The TNT says no celebrating. That's even that holiness church. They don't celebrate. They're like, no, I'm not celebrating. So, okay, TNT News, let me ask you a question. So Thanksgiving is next Thursday. Will you get together with family and have dinner? Because if you say yes, then what's the difference? And I'm just asking you. Jackie McCall says he's sick that the Raiders lost. Hey, y'all check out my Beyond the Scoreboard from yesterday. The Miami Football Dolphins put up a good beat down on the Las Vegas. No, sir, nothing out of the normal. I'm getting skinny. I'm not eating all that food. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a big man, so when those times come around, it's about grubbing for me. So some family, some dinner togetherness, and that as everything. So, but again, if you're doing that on Thanksgiving, what's the difference of people that are actually coming together saying we're celebrating Thanksgiving? I don't celebrate Thanksgiving for what it is, because the whole spirit behind Thanksgiving it was a massacre. You know what I mean? So it's nothing that we should be celebrating. But it is a day that's set aside, and it's normally when people get off, they could, that's when most of your family could come down and you guys get together. I don't think of all our get-togethers, all our celebrations, nobody ever one time said, man, I'm glad for Thanksgiving. Nobody ever said that. They just like, man, I'm so glad. When we say grace and we're praying, it's, Lord, we're thankful for this time that we could get together, things like that. So I'm not, I don't celebrate. It's just like I don't celebrate. Christmas to me is not celebrated for what people say it's celebrated. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas as far as being the birth of Jesus, because I don't think Jesus was born in December. He's probably born closer to June. But again, it's a time that's set aside that people get together. To me, it's all about the family. And I think sometimes we lose the spirit in things because we just want to go against the norm so much. I'm not saying you, TNT, because I know you from Geno's show, you from Holiness. So I know you guys are real strict with certain things. I guess you guys don't celebrate birthdays and things like that, which is fine. It is what it is. But I just was wondering if on those days, do you guys just be like, you know what? I ain't doing nothing. y'all go eat some canned meat or something like that. I ain't cooking no turkey. Don't bother me about no ham or nothing like that. Oh, but y'all celebrate birthdays. That's weird. I thought I could have swore I heard Gino say to y'all don't celebrate birthday, which if I'm wrong, forgive me, but that's very interesting that you guys celebrate birthdays, but not Thanksgiving and things like that. That's very interesting. So now I'm gonna have to have a conversation with you at a later date, because now I'm getting to know you. I know you pop up on the channel on Thursday nights, but now I'm really getting to know you, and what you believe. So that's very interesting about the birthdays. Very, very interesting about the birthdays. So hey, I do see 6:30 is coming up. And like I said, Princess is on a tight schedule. So Princess, you go ahead and hit that link. The link that I sent you, go ahead and hit it and come on in the studio. And we are going to get this show started. On the other side, we will be back with what you guys came to see. And that's Man Talk Monday, exclusively on the Straight Talk Society. Hey, enjoy this video, because it's not going to be around much longer. We'll be back on the other side.
Acknowledge me.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Fans to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Man Talk Monday.
Yeah.
Straight Talk Sessions live. You're gonna acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
I'm definitely keeping that part of the video with the spray paint. I think that's like the dopest thing. And Venkat's not going to tell me how he got it. So I'm going to have to try to find a way to clip it. So TNT says, well, birthdays is actually something our overseer recognizes. I never knew that. And even dedicates things such as songs, etc. during live broadcasts has been recorded. Big difference. Birthdays are not pagan in origin, and we don't idolize, we just acknowledge. So my question to you on that, and again, I'd love to have, see, that's the thing. We had these. All right, let me drop the link, Princess. So my question to you is that we don't idolize Thanksgiving. Again, most of the people I know will tell you that the origins of Thanksgiving is terrible. Like that's not something that they agree with, but it's normally the time where people could get off of work and things like that. So yeah, again though, you know, I ain't here to argue with nobody. I'm just saying that's weird. I never knew that Gino that they recognize birthdays. That's I didn't know that. And then I do see Princess in the back. So before I bring on the top-notch Princess, because she only has a certain amount of time, it's funny that she said, what did she say in the chat? She said, oh my goodness, I supervise a bunch of grown men who give me a hard time. Huh? You in the right place now. You in the right place now. So before I bring her on though, what's up to the young phenom Kev in the building? A big reason too why we got to get that video change is because that picture of Kev doesn't look like that. Kev, you know, no homo, but Kev is a handsome young fella. He won't ever turn his camera on. I figure if you turn your camera on, we can get more viewership. But I mean, you don't want to help me out. That's fine, but I get it. But shout out to young Kev in the building. What's going on, Kev?
I'm sorry if I do that. Most of your views going to be coming from women, and I don't know if your wife can handle that. Yeah, man. What's up, man? Happy birthday, Black Lion, Mr. Wayne. What's up, chat? What's up, Mr. Goodbeard?
Oh man, I can't call it, man. I can't call it. And I don't know where Mike is, which is weird. We've never done a Man Talk Monday without Mike. So hopefully he pops up soon. Definitely. Oh no, that's Princess. So last but definitely not least, the Black Lion in the building, and it is Wayne's birthday. So man, y'all give Wayne a huge birthday shout out to the Black Lion. He was in my town yesterday and didn't hit his childhood friend up. You see how they do me? They just do me so bad, man. They don't. Oh my goodness, they don't really love me. They don't really love me.
You like the president, man. It's hard. You hard to catch up with, bro. You know what I'm saying? You the busiest man on the planet. But next time, because last time I was down, I was like, hey, let's link up. He was like, man, I got this. And I said, okay. I was only there for a short time, but appreciate the birthday wishes, man. Kev, Trev, everybody in the chat was happening. Mike, come through. I hit Mike up, so I know he'll pop up somewhere.
Let me ask you that. Well, don't give a name because I don't want anybody to know where I'm at. But that place that you sent, that video, is that somewhere by me?
Yeah, that's in your backyard. I'll share everything in the chat.
Okay.
You need to check that spot out, man. You and the wifey. That's a nice vibe over there.
Now, what I did want to say though, there was an excessive amount of men in the audience though. I ain't really see too many women.
Cause it got better, but it's a cigar lounge. So
okay.
You know how that go. Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
But it got a lot better later on. It got a lot better.
Yeah, man. Y'all send Wayne those birthday wishes, man. Last week, Wayne dropped the bombshell that made me want to end the show the way he went off, and he just turned the Tapest Politics crew. They went crazy again. This is the second time Wayne said something that they use as fodder for the show, which I appreciate that. I love clippable moments, and I still do have to clip it. I just been so busy, I haven't had a chance to do it. And thank you guys to all the new people that has been subscribing to the channel, listening to my Dolphins takes. Who would have ever known that 2,000 people want to hear what I got to say about Calais Campbell? That's insane. That's crazy. I literally just said that in passing. I never knew that so many people be so interested in that, but you guys haven't checked out my YouTube shorts. Be sure to do that. After every Dolphin game, I drop about 10 shorts, just my thoughts about the game in addition to the show that we do afterwards. But I like to welcome to the Straight Talk Society, the top-notch Princess. What's going on, Princess?
Period. I like that introduction. First and foremost, how's my audio?
For some reason, your audio always give you that little static, but we can hear you good enough.
All right, because I could take off my headset, but I'm outside, and y'all know I'm in the city, so y'all gonna hear the background noises like the cars driving by and stuff like that. So y'all choose what y'all want. I could take off the headset, or I could keep it on.
Let me hear it the other way.
All right, hold on a second.
She got a New York accent.
Not like
Oh yeah, she from Brooklyn. All right, let me.
so this is without the headset.
Yeah, that's better. You don't have no clicking in there.
All right, so headset is off. Thank you for having me on the show, guys.
All
Brooklyn
right.
is in the building.
So,
What's up,
so
Queen?
now you know. So now you know. Your introduction of us. You were told that we were misogynists and things like that. So we'll try our best to live up to that tonight.
Okay. Oh shit! Now it's gonna get real.
So because we know we don't have a lot of time for you, what we do over here is we just play the regular videos and then we react to them. So we're gonna do the one that I would have saved for the end first, just in case you had to fall off. We're gonna play the video and we're gonna give you the first chance to react to it, so then we could kind of rebuttal and retort, how you feel. But the Black Lion did send me this video, so let's check it out.
Have some men that are 40 years go through their own life stages. Men. I'm not talking about boys, because you have some men that are 40 years old and they should already be in the king stage. King stage means that he's already financially stable. He's already at a place where he has built his home, or he is ready to build his home. He is ready to get married. This is the reason why I say if a man is 40 and over and he's not married, he's a no man. Okay? 9 times out of 10, there's always exceptions. Okay? But I'm talking about it as a general rule. If a man is 40 and over and he is not seriously dating somebody with the intentions of marrying her, he's just been jumping from one relation to another, and he's damaged goods. Emotionally stagnant. He's stuck in the childish night stage.
All right. So before you react to that, Princess, so basically what she's saying, men at 40 should basically have their shit together. You should be in the king stage. 40 years old, you should already be married, financially stable. There's a lot of truth in a lot of stuff. So I don't disagree 100% with what she said, but I do want to hear from a woman's point of view what she thinks of that. And I wish, it's funny because I was just having this same conversation over on C-Dub's channel. So I'd love for Ms. Liz to come on over here. Oh, piece of Med Boy. Yeah, Med Boy, go get your people. Let them know we're about to crank up over here. So
Hey,
Princess, if you need me to play it again, just say so. But
nah, I got
what do you think about what she just said? And
so crazy that I always try to side with the woman. I always try my hardest to side with the woman, because women, we have to stand up for one another. But if I feel like a woman is wrong, then I gotta call a spade for spade, and I disagree. I feel like a man is in his king stage 50 and up. I feel like when a man turns 50 years old, sometimes I give the borderline 48, but I feel like when a man is 50, that's when he truly, like, you know what I'm saying, knows what he wants in life, know where he's going. He may have gotten married, he may have had a relationship or two that didn't work, but from my personal preference and from my dating experience, I find that men are more when they 48 and up. So I don't expect a 40-year-old, especially in today's times, to be financially stable. And then we also have to remember everybody's coming from different backgrounds. So what are the backgrounds of these men, how they was raised? All of that takes into accountability on how a man's going to produce himself in life. So she's a beautiful young lady. And I think that she has this monolithic way of looking at men. And I think as women, we have to stand back for a second. And we don't like when men look at us monolithic, so we shouldn't look at men monolithic. And I think it's wonderful to all the 40-year-old men who got their shit together and they stuff is popping. Dope. But no, I'm not expecting a man to have it together at 40. Because women, in my opinion, mature faster than men. So not all the time. This is just a general statement. A 40-year-old is still operating on 35, 36 threshold. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to say. What do you guys have to say?
Right out the gate, man. I wasn't expecting that. I really I really wasn't expecting that. Wayne, I I wasn't expecting that. I thought she was gonna come up here and I agree with the sister and y'all need to get your shit together. Wayne, what you got on what Princess said first of all, and then to the video and on a whole, because you sent it to me. The video was 14 minutes long, but it basically had the men talking about it. We don't need to hear them talk because that's what we do. But what was your thoughts on what Princess said first, and then the video itself?
I disagree with Princess. First of all, no woman has the right to know when a man is in his king stage or tell when a man should be in his king stage. Let's just get that clear. All right? Because let's be real, if that was the case, then women dating standards would be different. Because y'all out here screwing and having babies by bombs and niggas with no cars and stay with their mamas and don't have no money. So let's just be real. Now I'm talking about generally. All right. So women just be talking. I'm gonna use one of my phrases since he ain't here. Women just be talking. So they don't get it. They don't say.
Wayne, one second, Wayne. Princess, I think you typing in the wrong chat. Like you typing in the private chat, not the regular chat. All right, my bad, Wayne.
Yeah. So women don't get to set the standards. All right, because they just be talking, because they don't stick and hold ground to what they say. Because if that's the case, then majority of y'all won't be having sex and having babies by bombs. That's just it. All right. Most of them they have sex with dudes who won't have a car, etc., etc. All right. Number two, 9 out of 10 times, especially black men, depending on if he had a father in his life or not, are in their prime around 35, 40. I don't know where 50 come from. Ain't no way. So I'll say 35, 40 are in their prime. But there are different situations for different things. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the lady. I disagree with the lady. A man should be in his king stage and have his house be. I mean, but some guys are coming out of relationships. Some guys are coming out of marriages. Different circumstances for different people. So, but again, I disagree with both of them. Look, if that would be the case, I would agree if that's who they set their standards to and who they married, who they slept with and had kids with. But that's just not the standards for black women. So I'll land right there.
Kev, get in there before we open this up.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping to pander more to Princess, but she made the whole opposite type of opposite reaction than I expected. But yeah, I'm gonna disagree with her. And yeah, I'm gonna say like, yo, by the age 40, it's like, bro, you should know what you want to do with your life. Like your life is halfway gone. You're almost dead. You're almost ready to kick the bucket. You should at least know what you want to do career-wise to make money, what you want family-wise, and you know, what you want your life to look like. If that's the case, if you don't have things planned out, then it's like, okay, when you're ready for it, which would be like 50s, 60s, you're already ready to kick the bucket. So it's like, yeah, I agree with the idea of okay, like what Wayne says, like a woman doesn't determine, you know, a man's kingliness, but at the same time, like women kind of set the precedent. Like, you know, like imagine how guys are.
No,
like
they
when it comes
don't.
to my room, bro, like I'm good with like a bed, TV, a desk, and a chair. I'm good. But when it comes to women, like I like impressing them. I like I have like lights on my wall to like, so when you connect the Christmas lights, they come in, they're like, wow, your room. I'm like, hell yeah, you about to get this work. Especially.
Hey,
So,
Princess, you still, yeah, you could interject, Princess. Normally, the way we do it, we go around first and then we do the crosstalk, but you still typing in the private chat. I don't know if there's multiple buttons. I don't know how it works.
I don't know because I have my private YouTube that's away from this. That's the one that's showing up because I see the avatar and I just don't want certain things. I don't know how to switch to YouTube so I could comment in the chat and it's too late. I don't know how to, because I don't be on StreamYards no more like that.
No, I got you. I
wanted to interject because I think it's a lot of some things that we need to clarify, right? Especially when I say when a man, okay, so first the gentleman with the lion avatar. First thing I was like, oh, because he was like, first of all, a woman cannot tell a man when he's in his king stage. And my rebuttal to that is, baby, we can't tell, we can see it. Like a woman could see a man when he got his stuff together.
You
Because
can't.
it's
You can't. You can't. Because
it's
if
the
that was the case,
energy. It's
if
the
that was the
energy
case,
that just be like,
if that was the case, if that was
who
the
is
case
he?
again, if that was the case, then you wouldn't sleep with bums. You would, if that was the case, if you could see it, right? Then you wouldn't be faked out by guys who dress nice but ain't got a dime in their pocket, who
No,
got
it's not
5
about
kids.
dressing nice though. It's not about well.
So,
Here, let
but I'm
me say
saying,
this.
well,
Let me
see,
give you.
but
Let
I'm
me give
saying,
you a background on princess real
lean
quick.
on that, don't lean on that woman intuition because it don't work because
No,
the one y'all
listen, and
intuition steer
that's a
y'all wrong.
damn lie. Are you crazy? Ladies, don't ever
Listen,
let a man tell you not to lean on your woman intuition. First and foremost,
listen.
let me tell you when a
If
woman's
that was the
intuition is
case,
incorrupted.
if that was
I'm
the
gonna let you
case,
talk
then
because we can't talk at the
y'all
same
wouldn't sleep
time.
with bombs. Go ahead. Oh,
So
listen,
Wait,
the
let
just
me
only
what I'm
thing,
saying.
the only thing that
What
I'm
I'm
hearing you
saying is,
saying, I'm sorry, what's your name? What's your name?
That's the Black Lion. That's Wayne.
Okay, Wayne. The
Hey,
only
Wayne,
thing
let her
that I
get it
keep
out though,
hearing
because
you,
she
all
got
right,
to
go
go
ahead.
the
soon.
All right,
only
go ahead.
thing,
All right, go ahead.
the only thing that I keep hearing you discussing is women sleeping with men. Women sleeping with men. If that's the case, y'all wouldn't sleep with. Y'all wouldn't sleep with. You're talking to a woman right now that haven't had sex in 10 years. In
See, this
9
is not
months, I'll
personal.
be
See,
going
I
on
told you,
11 years.
Trev, what I told you about
Okay?
this was what this is going to turn into. Didn't I tell you it's going to turn into that?
But
We're not
Let her
talking
but you're the
finish.
personal.
one that
We're
keeps talking
talking
about
general.
sex, though.
We're
You
talking
keep
in
talking
general,
about
ma'am.
women
We're
sleeping with
talking in
men, so we
general.
gotta talk on it because there's so
Nah,
much more
we're
to a
what
woman than her sleeping around with men.
what I told
And
you,
I'm
Trev. Did I
sorry
tell you
that
it's
you
going
can
to turn into
only
that, Trev?
conjugate this conversation to women only sleeping with men. And a woman's intuition is a very beautiful thing. And the only time a woman's intuition is interrupted and disrupted is when she's sleeping with multiple men that have nothing in her. There's some mental health, there's trauma. But a healthy woman who's operating from a healthy standpoint, who takes care of her body, who cherishes her womb, her intuition is powerful. And don't let a man, ladies, tell you that your intuition is not powerful, especially if you're doing the work as a woman. That is something that was given to you by God. We have portals
What I
of
told you,
light that
Trev.
come out of us. There's something significant about that because you cannot push the baby out that dingling. It just ain't gonna
Trev.
happen.
What I
So
told you,
there's
Trev.
something
This is
very
going to be.
special about what God gave us. Now I didn't want to
See,
negate off, but I didn't want to negate off the topic. But you are the one,
exactly,
Mr. Wayne,
exactly.
who keeps
Don't let
talking
me get
about
you off
sex.
topic. Don't let me get you off your
Okay, let
square
me do
now.
because
Stay on square. Get on your
I
square.
told y'all
Stay
in
on
New
your
York City
square.
the ambulance is going by.
You don't let me get you off your square already. But this is the point I'm trying to make, and this
Hey,
is how this
Princess,
is.
I'll tell you, it was rough over here. It's rough
Hey,
over here.
Trev, this is what and Trev, this is what I mean when I told you earlier. You feel me? This was what it was gonna turn into. What did I tell you? Because she missed the whole point. She's going all the way left. My point is
No,
this,
I'm
ma'am.
not going all the
My
way left.
point,
I'm addressing what you're
princess,
saying.
princess. My point is this.
What's your point?
What your both of y'all points are invalid because majority of the time women are sleeping with bums and all this. Oh, you're gonna see a kingness and you should be in your 40s. Look, that would make sense if that was only who women were sleeping with and marrying and getting into a
Okay, so
relationship
Mr.
with.
Wayne, let me ask you a
Hold
question,
on,
Mr.
hold
Wayne.
on,
Are
hold
you
on, hold
sitting
on,
here?
Hold
Okay,
on,
you
hold
made
on,
your
Princess,
point.
Princess,
hold
Hold
Princess.
on.
on,
Let him.
pull back a second, baby. Hold on, pull back a
Hold on,
second.
Princess.
Because you
When you
make
get
these
hyped up,
points
Princess,
and then you
Princess,
want
hold
to
on,
keep going and
Princess,
going and
Princess,
going. But we have to
Princess.
address the things that you're saying.
Hold
Do you
on.
say,
When you
Mr.
get
Wayne, that the
Princess, when you get
majority
hyped
of
up,
the women that walk this planet only sleeps with bums?
What I
she
told you,
ready to
Trev.
go. Hey,
What I told you.
Princess, when you get hyped up, it start to sound like you drowning out. So just y'all see. Hey, I agree, Med Boy. They having a great combo. That's why I'm not getting involved in this. All right,
Let
Wayne,
me calm
make your
down. Let me
point.
calm down because I'm getting passionate. So
What was
let
your
me
Hey,
question?
relax. Let me get on
Go
the
ahead,
sweet
ask your
lady
question.
voice. So
Ask your question.
Wayne,
that's only because your mic popping. You can get as loud as you want. I don't care. Your mic just popping.
What's your question? What was
Wayne,
your question?
are you saying that the majority of women that work this planet only sleeps with bumps?
I'm saying majority of women have experience sleeping with bums or dating bums. Majority of women, yes. Marrying bums, having children by bums, yes. What I'm saying, if your standard was to be with the man who's on his king, like y'all preaching and like that lady was preaching, then that will be your standard from day one. That will be the black woman standard as a whole in general, and it is not. So let's just be real. Okay, so let me give you an example, right? There are 13,000 women that'll go out to a Lil Wayne concert versus how many women would you see at a science fair or at a chess match? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all chasing the
Okay.
thug. Y'all chasing.
So I would
Wait a
like
minute.
to address what you're saying because
Go
I
ahead.
don't want to overtalk you because again my mic's getting muffled. I
All
think
right.
what you're saying is super unfair. First and foremost, she didn't negate color. She generalized everybody. Now you're specifically taking a specific race into this conversation and not putting us all together because you're saying black woman. First you're saying woman, and then you're saying black woman, but we get it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? The black woman
yeah,
is the
yeah.
easiest one to beat on. The black
I'm
woman
just
is the
beat on. I'm
easiest one
not
to
beating
pick
on
on.
you. No,
Now let me tell you
listen,
something.
hold
Mr.
on.
Wayne,
I'm
now
not
let me
beating on
talk,
you. Wait a
Mr.
minute.
Wayne. Now
Wayne,
you
let her
want
go,
to
let
let
her
me
go,
talk.
All
Wayne.
right, go ahead.
Let her go, Wayne.
All
Let her
right,
go,
go ahead.
Wayne.
Go ahead. I
Okay.
just knew this was.
Shout out to
So
Speed Up in the
first and
building.
foremost, the same thing I said. First of all, let me just backtrack for a second. When I said a man that let me backtrack for a second, okay?
Yeah.
It's no secret that I have got on this internet and said that I was raised by prostitutes, okay? So I have a very differentiating way to look at men than a lot of square women because I was taught to look at a man and to analyze him. So a lot of women, and you are correct, do not have the capability of sensing when a man has his stuff together and will mistaken that for being dressed nice. I don't negate that, right?
You
And a
making it
lot of women have
personal.
to go through a lot of lessons. And the reason why a lot of women have to go through a lot of lessons is because 90% of the time, these women that pick these bad men that don't have these standards, there was no father figure in the home to model that, right? Okay, so let's put that to the side. So if we're going to blame the woman for picking ain't shit men, then we got to ask these women, where was your father figure? And we got to see what happened as to why these men wasn't in the home to raise these queens up to ensure that they picking quality men. Now, I want to stop you, right? I'm from the hood in Brooklyn. That's not Brooklyn. Feel me? I never knew what golf was. I never knew what wine dining was. I never knew what none of that stuff was. I was a straight core hood rat until I got intertwined into high caliber prostitutes who taught me about the diamond district, who taught me about mansions, who taught me about high real estate, right? So as I was intertwining and seeing, it's all different types of women that's into this lifestyle, not just black women. But also what I saw was there are women who are at these book clubs. You know, my first time going to a book club. Golf courses. There are women on golf courses. There are women who play tennis. There are women there. It's just that people choose to negate their attention to the most negative, most deplorable energy, specifically of black women. But right now, I'm in a group on Facebook right now with over 10,000 black women who are playing golf. And I'm going to take my first golf lessons in 2 weeks. So what you're saying is not true all the way. And it's not fair.
I don't know what
I
you're talking
agree.
about. Now you don't went all the way left. I don't know what you're talking about. You're making this personal. Her question
I'm
was
not making
engine.
it personal.
Hold on.
You
If you
said
go,
13,000 women will go
on,
to a Little Wayne concert.
Princess,
And
how
I
much time
said,
you got?
hold up.
you
Princess, how much
said,
time you got?
no. I'm going to, let me do this real quick, right? Let me do this real
What
quick
I
before
told
you
you,
talk.
Trev. What did
Real
I
quick
tell you?
before
What
you
this is
talk, let
gonna
me do
be?
this. Real quick
What I
before you
told
talk,
you,
let me
Trev.
do this. Because what I need to do is match what you say with what I say.
She can't hold it together.
Princess,
She
you
can't
got 2
hold it
minutes,
together.
baby. Princess, they give you time
No, I'm
right
going to
there.
get this point across because I have to go. You said 13,000 women will go to a
Look,
Little
Trev.
Wayne concert.
What I told you. You're being
That's what you
typical.
said. And y'all remember
You're
when you
all
said
over the
that.
place. You are all over the place.
13,000 women,
You are
particularly
all over
black
the
women,
place.
will go to a
You are
Little Wayne concert to date
you
low
are all
vibrational men. That's what he
you
said. So I'm saying I'm in a group right now on Facebook with over 10,000 women who are interested in playing golf and who are going to
yeah.
golf
Who
courses
cares
to
about
expand
that?
their hobbies.
I
So you
know women with
generalizing
degrees. I know
women.
women with degrees who sleep with thugs and gangsters. So what is your
What's wrong
point,
with
ma'am?
about the
What
bad
is your
stuff?
point? So what but what is your point? Because they can read
Women
a
going
book
to
because
a
they're in
Little
the
Wayne
book club.
concert.
Man, who
Like,
cares?
what's your
Because
point?
listen.
I'm listening to you.
Listen,
You're a great
what a
woman.
person Wait, what a person does with their social life has nothing to do with what they do with their
what's
sexual
your
life.
you know how many going to a little Wayne concert thing? You're contradicting yourself.
You know how many women that there are lawyers and politicians and doctors who sleep with regular men, who sleep with thugs, man. So what is your point? What are you trying to say?
Okay, so what's your point? What's your point then?
I just said it 2 or 3 times. If you listen, but I'm gonna try it again because
so
I understand.
But what you need to stop doing is saying, no matter what, a woman, because you're saying Little Wayne concert.
No, you ain't listening. You ain't listening. You ain't listening to what I say.
Everything you said, mister.
You're not
Everything
listening.
you said.
If you just listen to me.
Make your point without trying to denigrate a social area.
What I told you, Trev. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Well, that's what I'm here, baby. I don't know what you thought I was going to be a doormat. No. This is a big girl come from Brooklyn.
No, nothing. No, it ain't no doormat. You ain't listening. You ain't listening. You proving my point. You proving my point. You proving my point. You can't even listen and have a rational conversation without getting in your feelings and making things personal. That's my point.
I'm reverting what you're saying. You are making a decision for me.
You are
I'm in my feelings, and I don't know you, sir. I'm just talking to you. I'm not in my feelings. When I hear these followers, I'm going back to get into the money about my business.
You yelling don't mean nothing here, baby. Nothing. You understand that? I'm not sure. All that screaming and yelling that you're doing, that don't move nothing. You sound ridiculous. I'm telling you, you sound ridiculous. You are making. You're not even standing. You're not staying on the subject. You're ridiculous. You're not staying on the subject.
You take a small group of
You're screaming.
You take a very small group of women.
Get in there, Kev.
Get in there, Kev. Very small group of women and marginalize all women to the same way. You all have misogynist.
She's not going to stop. Watch. Go ahead, Trev. Go ahead, Kev. She's not going to stop. Go ahead,
Get in there real quick. Because Princess, how much time you got left?
4 minutes.
All right, get in there, Kev. I want to hear. You've been quiet. Get in there.
Yeah, Kev, go ahead. Let Princess be quiet because me and Wayne,
I want her to talk her talk since she's right.
Hey, I told y'all what was going to happen.
Don't try to make it seem like my point is invalid because you don't agree with me.
Nah, you making no sense. You are all over the place.
Hey, Cliff said, "I see why there's no
I feel like you all over the place."
What Cliff said? What Cliff said?
Cliff said, "I see why there's no women president."
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. She's all over the place. She thinks she's making sense because she's yelling. She ain't making no sense.
Don't think I'm making sense because I'm yelling. You're
she can't even have a rational conversation.
Let's get this idea out the way.
You brought a story about you and prostitution. Lady, this ain't got nothing to do with you and prostitution or your personal story. The subject was men in general being 40 years old and where they should be.
And you negated from the subject by talking about women going to a Little Wayne concert. So you can get off the subject and talk about women going to a Little Wayne concert from your experience and from what you see. But when I bring my ideas and what I think, it's a problem.
The point I made is that the fact that y'all saying where a man should be, you don't live by it because you sleep with bums in general. That's the point I'm making.
And so the point that I'm making is all women do not sleep with bums, and I'm a testament of that.
I said majority.
And I know a whole bunch of women who don't sleep with bums.
Majority are what?
Okay, well, you cannot generalize all women. That's not fair.
Listen, what I'm saying is that's not your makeup as women. Your makeup as women is not to look at a guy and make sure and vet him correctly and say, hey, do you got your shit together? Because I'm not sleeping with you. Generally, that's not women's behavior. So it's bullshit that y'all talking.
I don't know where you've been at. There's a civil war.
Times have changed.
There's a civil war right now going on between women, and I had a conversation with somebody about this.
There's a what?
There's a civil war. A civil war right now going on between women. Half of us are tired of the bums. We want better lives. We want the man back in the home. We want family. And we are understanding the quality of keeping our legs closed. And then you got the other half, the Sukianas and all these crazy chicks, and they're going to do what they want. But you can't generalize all the Sukianas and all the women that's doing bad for all of us. That's not fair.
That's not true. That's not true.
Hey, listen, it's
Let me
22 of
start
y'all
walking back
watching
to
right
my
now.
job.
It's hold on, Prince. It's 22 of y'all watching right now. Y'all make sure and hit the like button. So, fellas, what y'all think, man? I said that we need a woman's point of view over here.
No,
Well, let me,
no.
because I have to go, is it okay if I just make my closing statements because I have to relieve other people? First
Go
and
ahead.
foremost, I don't think it's fair that Wayne was able to put on his own personal experiences by saying that 13,000 women could go. He said something of the number can go to a Little Wayne concert. And when I said, well, you know
You
what?
missed the
A lot of
point. You see how
women.
she's still on that? You
Hold
see
on,
how she's
wait,
still on that?
I can't make my closing statements, but I'm
let her
all over
close.
the
Wait,
place.
let her close.
Okay, and you all over the place because you won't let me make my closing statements. So that's why
Nah, I'm
I
not pressed,
interjected.
sweetie. This
That's
my show. What you talking about?
well, I'm a
You on
guest
my
on your show, so it's
platform.
nice to be a
For
grown
real.
man with his shit together. Even if he disagree with the host, the guest, he's still respectful to the guest. It's called etiquette. It's called
Nah.
podcast etiquette.
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just letting
All
you
right, well,
know
I'm
this
trying to
my
make my
show.
closing statements, and you still bumping them chores, baby.
Make your point, girl. Go on to work. Go on back to work.
So he's agitated, and that's fine. Because he's saying that I'm in my feelings, but it sounds like he over there in his feelings. Well, let me
Nah,
just close out and say
everybody
this.
know me. I don't get rattled easily, baby.
Well,
They
I'm
know
a
me.
rowdy shit from Brooklyn, and I trust you told you how I get down. When I'm
I
passionate,
don't
it
care
ain't
about
nothing
nothing about
personal.
where you
New
from.
York chicks
I
has
don't
got
care
we've been
about
most
nothing. I don't
listener.
care about that. I don't care
Hey,
about
Well,
that.
wait,
you,
let her
you
rock.
okay, but it's what it is, baby. You got to care about something.
No, I don't care
So
about. I
let
don't
me
care
just
about
give
all
out my
that.
closing statement so I could go.
Yeah,
Because it's late. It's usually late now.
yeah.
Um,
You do
when
that.
I said I have a lot of dating experience, so I can tell when a man has his stuff together. Most women probably won't have the type of technique I have because I've had certain experiences. But what I find is a lot of women are starting to educate themselves more. I find from my dating experience, because I've dated 7 men that's around the same. I'm 34 years old. I've dated 7 men between the ages of 33 to 41, and they're not ready for a serious relationship and they don't quite have it together. But I've dated men 50 and above, and that is the punch right there. That's a man that's done his work, did what he had to do, and that's what the essence of what I feel like a man really has it together. I don't expect a 40-year-old to have it together. If he does, that's a beautiful thing. But I feel like the young man Kev said, at 40, you start to kind of understand where you want to go, where you're going, how you want to get your money, and in them 10 years you grind out. And I also disagree with Kev when he said, when you're 50, you halfway kick the bucket, baby. These 50-year men out here, they look good. And they look young, and they are young. So with that, I hope to have me back on the platform. And I gotta go, but thank you so much. And even Wayne, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Princess.
Have a
Thanks for
good
coming,
time.
Queen.
Have a good day. Thank you.
I like her. I like her.
I listen. When I first heard her, let me tell you real quick. I first heard her on C-Dub's channel. Shout out to C-Dub in the building. Shout out to Maria G. Shout out to Venkat. I saw you earlier. Shout out to the producer extraordinaire Venkat in the building. Y'all make sure and tune in to Tate Fist Politics tomorrow. He gonna pile on some more on Mr. Donald Trump. So I first heard her on C-Dub's channel. This was a long time ago. This is probably about before all the beefing and everything started. And when I heard her, I'm like, damn, boy, this girl is so friggin' entertaining. Just her passion. And I was like, I'd love to have her come over to the society, so she could argue with Mike. Like, literally, that was my whole thing. Like, I want her and Mike, because I knew they would get in the argument. They disagree. And Mike could go forever. And Princess, obviously, you could see could go forever. I never knew that Wayne was going to be the one that they'd be going back and forth. Now, this is what I'll say, because I didn't even get to say what I thought. I kind of agree with Princess. And we had a conversation here now, because y'all know me and Wayne have had countless amount of conversations about how he says he feels like I'm defending the women a little bit too much, which is fine. But I agree with what she said in this respect, that some men aren't in the place in life. They aren't in their king status. They aren't in their king stage. Like, I don't feel like I hit my king stage until like a couple of years ago. I bought my house at 40, where I feel like I should have had one years before, but I just wasn't there yet. I wasn't there financially. And we still see people all over. Wayne, you in a good place. I mean, we can't. You and Mike, y'all real good with the investments and all that stuff. Y'all in a good place, but I don't think y'all represent 20% of the men. And I'm talking about men in general. I'm not just talking about black men. I don't think y'all represent 20% of the men with where you are financially. So when she says that I think 50 may be a little bit too high, but you know, they always say 50 is a new 40. I think when she says 50, I don't think it's that far of a stretch, because I've even heard wealthy white guys say that most, shout out to my boy A in the building. I've even heard wealthy white guys say that they don't hit their stride until late 40s, early 50s. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why I think it's horse. I don't want to cuss too much. I think it's crap, right? Because again, my point is that that's not their standard. That's not their standard. So for them to make these claims, if that's what their standard, I get it. All right, it's not their place to make that standard, because they sleep with all different type of guys in different situations. So that's not the standard. So for them to say that, to make that as a standard, that's not a standard. And again, I would say from 35 to 40, I'll say a guy's in his prime. And that's just a lot of times, I mean, as men, especially if you didn't have a mentor or a father, you still trying to figure out and you make mistakes. So I give men a little grace, because a lot of times men get caught up in stuff, marriages or whatever. You got a lot of guys who make a lot of money. For example, the demographics, like as far as black men make more yearly than black women, period. Per salary, per year, black men make more. All right.
That number's coming down, Wayne. That number's coming down.
No, it's not. No,
Wayne,
it's not. No, it's not.
Do it to yourself, Wayne.
All right, well, pull it up.
Wayne,
pull it up.
Black women lead in education.
Who cares? And what degrees?
The more educated, it's 9 out of 10 going to lead them to more money.
Are you out of your mind, Trev? All right, let's do this. The first of all, when black men make more money than black men, because more of our jobs are dealing with trades that requires the jobs that require a trade and makes more money that acquire a skill, mechanic, truck driving, constructions, tech, etc. Women, they thrive in these degrees, but then a lot of these degrees put them at jobs that don't make no money. Teacher, secretary, nursing aide, a cafeteria, retirement home, banking. They don't make no money. They have the degrees, but they don't make no money. Now, let's offset that with, they got all these degrees, but then they also have the highest in student loan debt. So what that does with your degree, when you got an $80,000 student loan debt tagging along behind that, now you tag on the house and the car. Now what's your debt situation looking like? So that degree, man, that degree don't mean nothing a lot of times, because a lot of times, a lot of women go to these 4-year college, get a degree, and then they don't even work into the degrees that they're in. They can't even get a job in the degree that they're in. They're working at.
This is for, so y'all know, this is how me and Wayne started. This hot argument. This is how it started. So we going right down the lane.
I know the numbers. I know the numbers. On top of that,
Wayne, listen. You know the field that I'm in. You know the type of work that I've been doing for over 20 years. The last three truck drivers that came to my job have been women. So when you talk about men taking over the industrial, the women starting to do it too.
No, it's still not. It's not touching how many men are out here driving trucks. It's not touching it.
Just to disagree with me, I get it.
Are they, bro? Are you, bro? That still don't need, bro. They just coming into the industry because they know where the money is. The money ain't in nursing, cashier, what the daycare attendant. That they know that ain't where the money at. The black men been working in trades for years, cops, firemen. That's why we make more money per year. That's why they tell you sometimes it's better to get a trade, plumbing, electrician, than going to a 4-year to college, attaching a loan on your butt, and then you walk out there with a 4-year degree and you work in that tropical smoothie cafe. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that.
And let's be clear here. The numbers with women with the most LLCs and they're going with no employees are women. They leading in foreclosures. So I'm just saying this whole thing where black women are just killing the game. They're not. Okay, black men are actually doing very, very well. Very well.
Wayne, let the people know you got a black woman though, just so they don't think you hate black women.
Boy.
No, seat up. I agree. It's obviously
she's blacking and black, bro. Yeah, y'all. She's blacking and black, yo.
It's more men in trucking, obviously, but what I'm saying is there used to be a time where trucking, air conditioning, all that stuff was strictly men. Now you go to the damn mechanic shop, is a woman jacking up your car to change your oil. That's all I'm saying. So
a little bit of that's going to change. A little bit, of course, a little bit is going to change when you got saying that everybody can do what they want to do. Of course, you know what I'm saying. And women out here are buying houses and they're single mothers and parents. They got to realize I can't make money being a cafeteria attendant. I got to get it to something else. So of course, when you got equal opportunity, women gonna come in some of these fields. But as far as flooding it, absolutely not, because that ain't even their nature. A woman's nature is not to get down and scoop shit out of a toilet, bro. That ain't her nature. So you ain't gonna find too many women plumbers. Those jobs are gonna always be occupied by men because women don't want to do a lot of these jobs. They claim they don't need men, but if men walked out right now and said we ain't doing nothing, this whole society will collapse because women are not gonna pick up the jobs that men do, welding, oil drilling, all that type of stuff, bro. So I don't understand what that means when they talk about, man, these women are not killing the game like y'all think they are. It's a narrative. It's a narrative, bro.
Hey, when I told y'all,
because look, just as many bum women that you see, I can show you. I mean, bum men, I can show you bum women. Just as much as you see the guy that's bad with money, I can show you a woman that's bad with money. Don't let that don't let that fool you because she's a woman. She got a vagina. She's automatically good with her credit. She's automatically good with money. Because a lot of these women are not good with money and not good with credit.
So I put the call out for Wayne to be more vocal, and y'all see these past 2 episodes, Wayne just been the Wayne that I wanted, just like how I wanted that version of Kev that we got last week. Man Talk Monday gonna be all right. I don't know where Mike is. I still haven't heard from Mike. I don't know where he is. Kev, get in there, man. I know you've been kind of pushed to the back. And Wayne, to your point, because I admit when I'm wrong, and so women make it, the number now is like 96 cents for every dollar that a man makes, which that number is close. That's the difference between maybe $1,000 over a year. Like it's not that far off, and that comes from Pew Research.
What website is that?
That's the Pew Research. I'm not making that up.
Nah, I'm saying what you just pulled that up because
I went to Pew Research. I appreciate that, C-Dub. I went to Pew Research. Pew Research. Come on, you know I ain't making it up.
I don't know, man. I say no. What I'm saying is, go to blackdemographics.com because what they do all the research for just the black community, black demographic only. We talk between black men and black women.
So Pew Research that we've been using for hundreds of years ain't no good now.
Well, what I'm saying is they probably putting in all cultures. That's what I'm saying. Is it a category? Because I could be wrong. Is it categorized or is it just saying everybody in general?
No, I just have it between black men and women.
Black men and women, black men and black women. And they got what 96 cents.
So black women make 96 cents on average for every dollar that a man makes.
Okay.
Right. Which is much higher than I thought. I thought maybe it was probably going to be like 80 cents, but that number has gone up. All I'm saying is this. Get back to the original thing. And Kev, jump in there. Kev, jump in there, man. You know how it goes. Shout out to Cliff in the building. Will the women help the men with the bills? Some, the good ones. All I'm saying is this: to get back to the original point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is I don't think I get what you're saying. You're saying so. Okay, let's do it this way. If that was me on the video, and I said that men should be at their king stage at 40, you'd agree 100%, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh, you still wouldn't. You still wouldn't agree. Okay, because I thought you were just disagreeing because it was a woman saying it. Like she can't tell men where they should be.
I still believe that, but no, I wouldn't agree with you on that either. No.
Okay, all right. But do you agree that the overwhelming, and again, we got to take this off of personal. That's what we do a lot of times on these shows, which is
well, that's
fun.
what she was doing. She made her argument personal.
Yeah, well, she's new here. She don't know how the vibe go. You know how newcomers, they always got to try to stand their ground on the first time. But let's take this off of personal. So we're not talking about Wayne's friends because Wayne don't hang around with bums. We're not talking about my friends because I don't hang around men that don't take care of their kids. I don't care if family members or not. So let's take it off of that. Right. Let's look on average on the outside men with all the Pookies and Ray Rays that's out there. We would agree that there's a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays.
Not as many as
well, no, hold on now, Wayne, because you can't have it both ways because you told Princess that, oh, y'all talking about men being on king shit, but y'all go out and have babies by bums. The bums are the Pookies and Ray Ray. Would you agree?
Okay, if you're gonna define a Pookie and Ray Ray as a guy who ain't got it as a bum, then all right. I'm saying Pookies and Ray Rays. I mean, it depends on what you define them. What I'm saying is guys they sleep with guys who ain't got their shit together, period, and they don't have to be a Pookie and Ray Ray. That's what I'm saying. A Pookie and Ray was a guy that probably I would consider a Pookie and Ray was a guy that's committing crimes, in and out of jail, etc. But you got some guys that ain't doing none of that, and they just ain't got their stuff together. They coming up short. They could be staying home with mama. What I'm saying is there are women still sneaking in mama house and getting their back blown out by that guy too. So my point was to her and the lady is that y'all don't have no right to even say that when that ain't even y'all standard in general. That's not women's standard, especially black women in general. That's not their standard. That's my point.
I'm gonna push back on that.
Kev, get in there, man.
Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, I'm gonna push back on that because it's like what she was saying. You're generalizing and you're acting as if women don't have different reasons for why they're dealing with men. So for example, with what you brought up with, like, you know, they're dealing with guys or sleeping with guys that don't have nothing going on. Well, sometimes they just want to get a nut. Like that could be an equation, you know. All right. And then, you know, when they're ready to settle down, then yes, they want to look for a guy who has resources and status and whatnot. So yeah, I that's why I let you guys do your thing, because it's like, yes, she's using herself as an example, and it was a good example. Like some women are just in a different area in their lives to where they don't even know like what is a high value guy. You know, like what she said, she was raised by prostitutes. You know, a high value guy can just be a guy who works as a manager in Walmart or something like that. Who knows? But there's different places you are in life, and it's the same with women. That determines like, okay, this is high value and this is low value and whatnot.
All right, so okay, I don't even know what that means, Kev. When you say a woman is wanting to get a nut off,
she want to get a nut. What do you mean?
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Come on, man. I'm just saying that's not even how they move. Come on, man. That ain't even how 2% of the women move. Say I'm just getting a nut off. Come on, bro.
Who is Mr. LED? I like Mr. LED. I don't know who that is.
So you're telling me you've never been a side dude before? Because I know I have. How do you explain that?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Wayne been a side dude. Wayne don't think he been a side dude. I think we all been side dudes.
No. What I'm saying though is a woman, the average woman ain't sleeping with you just because she want to get a nut off. Women don't even operate like that. There's something about you that she has to like about you to get a nut off. That's how men move, bro. Like I don't have to like a chick to get a nut off on the chick. A woman has to have something about you that she likes about you. She has to be into you to sleep with you. Only prostitutes and porn stars move like that, and that's for the money. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that was an invalid point. That was crazy to me, because women don't even move like that. That's how men move. A woman who moves like that, thinks like it's something actually wrong with her inside, deeply inside, who think that she can just sleep around and get a nut off and she's cool. That's not even women's makeup.
I'm gonna have to push back again, and I'm gonna bring the personal into it. In
Oh,
college,
nah. See, why we can't stay general? But go ahead.
Well, hold on. Look at this. Wait, look at this comment in the chat from Say. Yes, we do operate like that. We can have a man that has money, has no money, and smashes good, and the man with money nuts in 30 seconds, but provides security. That's a woman talking. That's how they think, Wayne. You know that.
You don't got a vagina. That's what I'm saying.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's just a woman who's defending foolishness. That ain't the average woman. That ain't the average. That's whole shit. Again, you have to be something different. That's a hoe. That's a prostitute. That's a porn star. That ain't the average woman. The average woman don't move with her body like that. You got to be some type of special. You got to be some type of special, messed up mentality to move like that. To say, yeah, I can have this guy. I can smash this guy. And be the average woman don't even move like that.
Wayne, I can't believe you just said that. We on episode 50. We on episode 50 of this show, which means we've done 50 of these things, and 90% of what we talk about is women just giving their bodies away. So now for you to walk that back now to prove a point,
no. What I'm saying is no.
Oh no. Say he's not calling. No. Say he's not calling you no hoe. No,
I'm not calling her a hoe. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying,
he's not calling you a hoe at all.
No. What I'm saying is, they feel something for that guy, even if whether he's the right guy or not. They feel something for him. The average woman ain't sleeping with the guy, even if he's a bum and having babies from him or marrying him, without feelings. That's how men move. Y'all trying to sit up here and convince me that women could move like men sexually. That don't even make sense. That ain't even their nature, without feelings. Y'all talking about. Hold on, let me finish my point. Point. Y'all get ready to tell me that I'm going back on, well, we go after women who sleep with. Exactly, but they have a feeling for these guys. They are attracted to these guys. A lot of women are attracted to bums or attracted to something in a guy who could be a bum that's different. That's what I'm saying. Y'all trying to sit up here and say that a woman can move like a man sexually. It cannot happen. It's impossible. No woman, the average woman, cannot sleep with a guy without some type of feeling or without some type of emotional connection to that guy, whether he's a bum or not. Men can do that.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
No, yeah, I know.
Mike.
This is
bro. If
go ahead.
So I agree with the fact that you're saying that, yeah, a woman has to feel some type of emotion.
Yes.
Then yeah, that's the criteria. They got to feel some type of emotion. That's why they cheat. That's why they have side dudes. When women get divorces, they usually stay with their husband, right? Until they meet another guy that meets that criteria, and then once she's comfortable, she'd be like, okay, I'm ready to dip out and reach out to that other guy. And then I know you don't want to bring personal into this, but like, you know, like with me when I was in college, you know, I was like with one of my friends, one of my, not friend, she wasn't a friend. I'm not gonna call her side chick. Sneaky link. My sneaky link. I was talking to my sneaky link's friend, and with me, I'm just a dude in college. Like I didn't have a job, I didn't have nothing going on. But you know, after I met her, made her feel comfortable with me. You know, showed her my looks, my pecs. You know what I'm saying? I was working out back then. Beer was looking great. She decided to throw me the cooch. Like so in your definition, am I a bum in that situation? Like no, like I was a sexy ass dude that made her laugh, and she was attracted to me, so she wanted to give me some cooch.
Did you not hear what I just
and
said?
She had a boyfriend.
And
she had a boyfriend at the time.
Yeah, but you gave her something. You gave her laughter. You say you had to do all this to get sex from her. You had to do something. You had to do something, right? You had to cater to her emotions. You had to do something to get her to do what she wanted to do, correct? All right, that's the point I'm trying to make. That's what I'm
Wayne,
saying.
what about Say's point? Explain one night stands.
What do you mean explain one night stands?
There's no emotional attachment. You just to the point of they don't necessarily have the
I'm not saying, bro, that's a small percentage of women. Why y'all making these
Oh, that's
arguments so
cap.
small?
That's
I'm
cap.
saying,
yeah, that's
hold
cap,
up.
Wayne. That's cap.
Wait. Of course I sound like Mike because it's always general. It's never the small percentage of women. Again, I said if you find a woman that's down with a one night stand or sleeping with more, that's a small percentage of men. That's some whole shit. She got some psychological shit going on with her. The average woman don't move like that. I'm just saying, don't move like that. But I'm just saying, but there are women who don't move like that, but they still sleep with bombs. So that's my point, is to getting back to what the lady was saying was a king should be at 40. She has no right to make that standard because there are women out here who aren't whores, who don't do one night stands, who still sleep with bums or still sleep with guys who don't have their shit together. They don't have to be a Pookie. They don't have to be a Ray Ray. I'm just saying, generally, that's not the woman's standard today in 2024. So that whole statement that she made is invalid. It's stupid. It's irrelevant because that's not what they stand on. Generally, that's not what women stand on.
In general, there's a whole business of making sure you don't get pregnant. Contraception, condoms, right? Birth control, IEDs. If life was operating the way you're talking about, they wouldn't even be in business. In general, would they not?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that to me because I know you do it to Mike. You try to do it to Mike. I ain't gonna let you do it to me.
I don't know what FWB means, but Say says the woman's standard is FWB and sneaky links these days. I'm telling you,
friends with benefits.
Wayne. Oh, friends with benefits. Wayne, come on, man. Wayne, me and you old school. We in our we in our mid 40s now.
Y'all not understand. Y'all not understand what I'm saying?
Wayne, we know how I get what you're saying. You're saying it's not everybody, but then on the other hand, you'll generalize in another spot. So back to what I was saying though, at 40, I think the overwhelming majority of men at the age 40 are not on their is not on their kingship.
All right, so what's your kingship? Give me an example of what's a kingship at 40. Where a man should be at 40. You tell me.
That I wish we would have been able to discuss with the princess. So
nah, man, I don't want to hear her because she don't women.
I want to hear her. You bugging.
I want to hear what she
Nah, man, she don't set the standard for where a man should be at. She don't set the standard.
When you set the standard in general, you bugging, bro.
No. How do they set the standard, sir? How?
Wayne, women do. Wayne, me and you had a conversation. You remember conversation?
I'm listening.
You remember the conversation that we had, and that you told me. You remember what you told me? You said that women control access to sex, men control access to the money. So what do most men want, Wayne?
Sex.
Okay, then. So why wouldn't you agree with a woman setting the standard? Because we do everything for the sex.
Here's why I'm finna take you to school. And again, we're talking about so it's two different minds here. The reason I say that women don't set the standards is because the dating game is not in their favor. The numbers are not in their favor. It's fewer of men. So it's fewer of me. So okay, y'all want to get personal. I'll get personal a little bit. I'll try not to look. I know who I am and where I stand at, who I am financially, status, and etc. Right? I know that as for one of me, there's 10 women. 10. Remember, I got the gay dudes girl. I got the married dudes girl. I got the guys that's overseas girls. I got the guys who's dead or in prison for a long time or life girl. I got all their women now. If it's 10 women to one man, if I got 10 myself, on top of that, I got those men, women. So the dating game is in my favor. So I'm the rare one. So I set the standards. So if I don't like the way you walking, talking, looking, dressing, you're not gonna get my money, marriage, or commitment. I set the standards. That's just y'all talking simp shit. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all are not simps. Y'all talking simps. Cause I want to get some coochie. I gotta bow to a woman and let her set the standards of what I should be. That's simp talk. That's crazy talk. You're out your mind. That's the problem with a lot of black men. We bow too much to coochie and we let coochie create the status. The problem, my pushback with black men is y'all don't create a hostile dating environment. And y'all ought to pick because there's less fewer of you than them. And y'all sit up here kowtowing. Go ahead.
Wayne, that's not true though, because I wonder where this number came from. We always talk about 10-1. That's not true.
You don't think it's 10-1?
I'm looking right now. There's approximately 101 males to every 100 females.
No way. What are you looking at?
This is worldwide. I just typed it in Google.
And what? No way, bro. You're telling me that there are more. You're telling me that there are more men than women, bro. Are you serious?
Global Pew Research. Global population. Yeah, what are we talking about? Again, you can't regionalize everything. So you can't generalize.
I don't know where you getting your research from. There's no way that there's more.
Hold on. I'm looking at Pew Research right now. Because I always hear this 10-1. I say 10-1 all the time. So the world population, the median global, that's age. Hold on. Let me keep talking. Let me find it. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen.
Exactly. Hey, we can narrow it down to the black community. I'm telling you, you can just
let's look at black community.
Let's make it easier. Just narrow it down to black community. There are more women to men. Wait. You're telling me that there are more available men than there are available women in the black community.
Who's talking about available? I'm just talking about the ratio.
All right. Well, okay. So ratio, you telling me that there are more black men than black women?
The ratio of black men to black women in the United States is 88 men to 100 women.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, but Wayne, come on, man. You done went and broke the shit down from worldwide to just black people.
But if we're going reality to dating, right? It's already the numbers 100 to 88. So there's my proof I was right that there are more women than men in the black community. Now let's go to dating. Let's go to dating, right? Let's talk about available men, right? I'm talking about available men, and I'm talking about married men. They off. Gay men, they're gone. Guys that are in jail, they're gone. So now break that down. So now that number rises, correct? No? I mean, I'm just saying. So that's what I'm saying. So my point is that only
3% of the black community is gay. Come on, man.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening. Let me try. I do numbers, bro. Let me break the numbers down to you, bro. My point is, if you said there's 88 men to 100 women, right? What I'm saying is, okay, so let's just say that. So let's say it's 1 to 3. Let's do that. You want to do that? Make it easier. So for every 1 man, there are 3 women. So right? Understand where I'm getting my numbers from. Now, if it's 3 men next to me, if he's gay, then his 3 women do what? Come to me and the next guy, correct? Now,
go to the white guy.
They go to the white guy. That's what they do. They get the white guy.
Y'all not trying to have. I'm trying to keep. I'm trying to keep it simple.
Hey, today your birthday, man. Come on, man. Let's get it.
No. I'm not mad. I'm not. I feel you. I'm over here smiling because I know what y'all doing, especially Kev. I know what y'all doing. But what I'm saying is that other guy. If that guy is gay, his 3 come over to me and the other guy. All right. Now let's say this guy next to me is 3 of us in the room. He's married. So now his women come to me. So now what did that leave me? Right? I'm the pick. I get to make the pick. I get to set the standards. Correct? Black men don't think like that. Some of us do. A lot of y'all don't. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what y'all talking about. The women get to set the standards because she has a vagina. That's crazy talk. No way.
The reason I'm saying that is because a lot of guys don't have confidence, hence why, gurus and whatnot. But
Those
if you're
guys,
talking technicality, okay, yes, men technically should set the status, but because they don't believe themselves, hence why incels and the manosphere and stuff like that, they don't. So
nah, don't go that manosphere like that. Incels, there's nothing wrong with incels, but incels don't get sex anyway. So I mean,
right, they
so
like the
so what do you
confidence,
mean?
right?
Yeah, so they don't get sex anyway. So I don't know what you brought them up for. But
Right, that's what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying.
Women
My
set the
point is,
standard.
that women don't set the standards for men. They just don't set the standards.
So top notch princess did come back. The conversation was so good. She's listening at work. Shout out to the political prophet amongst men. Med boy, what am I wrong about? You said that social media says that's wrong. I don't know if you were saying my stat is 88 men in the black community to every 100 women. That pulls right up. Again, I get these numbers from Pew Research. I don't make anything up. Saying nothing wrong with incels. Yeah, I don't understand what Wayne just pulled that out of nowhere. But so Wayne, and I don't want to get Mike's number wrong because Mike throws his number out and I don't remember it, so I won't even say it. But Mike gives a percentage of the amount of men that get women. So,
Right.
and the percentage is so low. So with you saying that, oh, this man's woman comes to me now, this man comes, that's not everybody, Wayne. There's
Well,
dudes right now that couldn't get laid in a whorehouse. Like for real. There's some men that just cannot get women. So we're not gonna sit up here and act like the we need to withhold from them and take our power back and this and that. No, that's how it was created. God made a beautiful thing called woman. We love it and we do it with whatever we're gonna do to get it, and that's just how it is.
that's
That's
not
why
what I'm
numbers
saying.
don't matter.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not. Again, that's y'all talking from a perspective of groveling. Like what I'm saying is that in general, the man has the pick of the litter in general. Now, if you're talking about men who know how to get women and who know how to date and who know how to talk to women, the ball is in his court. The odds are in his favor. So that's what I'm saying. My point is, in that case, she don't set the standards. So her point is irrelevant about where a man is in his kingdom because she don't even set the standards. Number one, number two. Generally, women don't even live by that. They don't even give up vagina based on that. That's not even their basic principles, bro. They don't live by that. That's just talk. It's just blubber. It's babble. Just like that girl, she was babbling. They don't believe that. She actually thinks a man is in his kingdom at 40, at 50. At 50, she thinks a man is because of her personal relationship with a 50-year-old man. Because she ran into a few good 50-year-old men who she figured that their stuff was together. She never said she was married to a 50-year-old man. She never said she was with the 50-year-old man for years. She never said, you know what, that's just been my pattern. 50-year-old man, she didn't mention pattern because patterns are important. She didn't mention married. She didn't say kids or anything. She's saying a guy who may have came to her, who she dated or was paying for sex because she says she was in prostitution. Who
No.
did, who,
Hold on. No. I
did
want
she
to clear
say?
that up.
Okay, well, maybe
No,
she didn't say she was in. She said who?
no.
What is, maybe
I
I
want to
missed that.
clear
Maybe
that
I
up.
missed that.
That's why I wanted to make sure we got to
Oh,
that. She never said she was. No, she never said she was in prostitution. She said
Oh,
she
okay,
was
I
raised.
apologize.
She got the
Oh,
game
raised
from
by
prostitute.
prostitute.
She was
Okay,
raised
back.
by
Okay,
prostitute.
well,
But
back it up.
but
Fair enough.
then she also mentioned a good point. See, we didn't have enough time with her. She was on her lunch break, so she couldn't stay. Because she brought up something that I always go to is the men not being in the home, and we know black men are in their kids' life 72%, so they can't spin that narrative. But what about the 28% that they aren't in their lives? So that's what we have to talk about. So that's
Well, see,
that's
I'm
my
gonna tell
only
you why I
pushback
push.
to that.
I'm gonna tell you why I push back on that. Right when they say, "Well, I didn't have my father in my home." All right, fair enough. But for women, the culture was different. See, here's my thing and why I advocate for
Yeah, they
boys,
had no
especially
right.
black boys. Huh? Let me advocate. No, Kevin, come on. The reason I advocate for black boys is because in the culture we said screw our black boys. That wasn't the same culture for black girls. A lot of these programs was catered to black girls, teenage pregnancy programs, all that stuff. The schools, the teaching, the music, the TV shows, everything was catered to uplifting a black girl. Remember what they say? Get my girl, what Biggie say? Get my daughter a college plan so she don't need no
You don't
man.
need no man.
I'm a survivor. Black girl magic. You remember all that when even when Obama said, I'm going to come out with a program called My Brother's Keeper, and the black women said, oh no, the hell you ain't. If you're not going to bring in black girls, then we ain't going to support it and we going to shoot it down. And he said, okay, I'll listen to the black woman and shoot it down. So that's what I'm saying. So the reason I push back, because there's a lot of avenues. I'm not saying that women don't fall through the cracks, but I'm just saying in black culture, it was designed and engineered to uplift black women, black girls, and to shove our black boys in the dirt. So that's why, and so now it goes to 40-year-old men when they say, oh, well, you should be your king states. Well, I got to look grace for black men because a lot of black boys didn't have that. We didn't have that growing up. When we saw on TV, every time we turned on TV, black man wasn't shit. Radio, black man wasn't shit. Black man doing crime. We didn't have programs to uplift black boys. When black boys have babies at teenage age, there was no programs for black boys to get them a trade, get them a job, teach them about money, give them food stamps, give them a place to stay. All that stuff went to black girls. All that stuff went to young black women who had babies. If you were 17 and a black boy, you had a baby, you screwed because you going on child support. You got to get a job and figure it out. They had aid and food stamps and housing for young black women. So that's why I give black men grace a lot of times when it comes to they should have their shit together by 40.
I don't disagree with you. Med Boy, I'll answer that question for you. Absolutely. Med Boy said, do you believe women they're like polygamy? Do you believe we should be poly? I can't go back to it, but wait, let me see where it is.
I like poly. I'm for poly. I'm for poly.
Wayne, I got a question for you. To believe a man should have multiple women? Absolutely, Med Boy.
I'm with poly. Yeah, I support poly. I absolutely support poly. You know, I absolutely support it. I advocate. Listen, I even advocate that you don't sneak out on your girl first or at all. You introduce poly to her. Bring the woman into her. If you really need to get some outside sex, I would advocate that you go to your girl and have a conversation and see if you can bring her in, see how she feel about it. A lot of women like women. They just don't tell you. You know, I kissed the girl and I liked it. Remember that song?
I think it's a good idea in general, just to make sure that women aren't lonely when they get older. Yeah. Not every woman's gonna have a man at the house, so you got to share. You got to share, Kevin.
Hey, you heard something.
Kevin's stupid, man. Hey, I'm trying to find us something from my from one of my old debates. I'm trying to pull it up real quick before we close out, man. I want to read this to you about a program. Oh my goodness, why can't I find it? Mm-hmm. There's a program that the government put together. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, where is it?
Oh, while you do that, I didn't want to mention, like, I feel like we need more ethnic people on this podcast, like white people, get their perspective. Because when I listen to Wayne,
I do got a white partner who said that he wants to come on the show. I just keep forgetting to send him the link.
That'd be dope. Yeah, because when I listen to Wayne, and when I think of like my white friends or like white people I talk to, clients and stuff like that, their perspective about relationships are a whole lot different. Like,
what do you mean?
When it comes to when it comes to like black people, they tend to think like having multiple women is like the best thing to do when you're younger. And then when I listen to some of my white friends or my white clients, they're always about like finding the one and getting married to that one chick and just living the rest of your life happily ever after.
But do you understand that's because there are two different cultures? Our culture after the civil rights movement, feminist movement, wasn't raised up on a family. It dismantled the family. White culture and other cultures still stand on the foundation of family first, 2-parent home. This doesn't show. That's why they have those numbers higher than the black community. We thrive on black woman don't need no man. Go and get your own. This doesn't so. So that's what
Wayne,
I'm saying. So
they're also 71% of the population, though.
who?
White people.
But it's a culture thing. It's culture. Who cares about the numbers? Their
So
culture isn't our culture.
you think white people tout togetherness more than black people? Black people, I was having this conversation. I was having this conversation on C-Dub's channel earlier.
They do.
So I'm glad that you're bringing this up. Black people in general, we know growing up before Lyndon B. Johnson ruined everything. We and I ain't even gonna bring that up, but before black people went to the Democratic Party, we know black people touted family.
I said the feminist movement. I said it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I said that. I said during Jim Crow, we had the highest number in marriages. We was like 90%. We was all marriage. I'm talking about during the civil rights, after the civil rights and the feminist movement, and then you had the drug culture, and then and once you had the drug culture, then you had the massive lockup. A lot of it shifted to women elevating black women in our culture. It went to elevating black women to the price of their black men. All right. Look, you can even come up to now. Somebody Google what Goldman Sachs did for black women after COVID. Somebody Google what Google did for black women after COVID. Period. This is what I'm saying. Black women get incentives still. Black men don't get incentives. So Tequila, I know you magical with this stuff. Can you please do me a favor if you're listening? Can you real quick look up what Goldman Sachs did for black women in COVID?
Hold on,
if you can. She's the best at this stuff. Her and Ricardo. Shout out to y'all.
So wait, what they do?
Well, they gave black women grants and stuff for businesses and stuff like that after COVID. Read it. It's there. Read it.
Goldman Sachs is taking several actions to support black women. A $10 billion investment commitment.
There you go.
And $100 million in philanthropic capital to help black women from early childhood through retirement. The initiative focuses on arenas like housing, access to capital, workforce advancement. Some of the organizations that have received, then it just goes to Black Girls Breathe and Come to the Corner, Jeremiah's. They're just naming all these programs that they help. So
I'm not mad at that.
Tequila put it in. Tequila fast. So.
She's the best. She's the best. I knew she was magical about it. But that's my point. My point is
saying that's bullcrap though. But hold on. I want to get to this question from MD. Damn, we got to get out of here. But MD says, wait a minute. So Wayne touts masculinity, but wants government. What did I say?
Here we go.
Paternalism.
No, that's not what I'm
young
saying.
Men. Why would an able-bodied man get anything?
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you got a kid that had a child at 17 years old or 16 years old, there's aid given to the mother. There's not aid given to the father who's 16, who has the child with that mother, right? And let's just say they're not together or whatever. You don't see programs for teenage boys who are fathers. That's my point. I'm saying why not? I'm not saying, I mean 16. You don't think a 16-year-old who has a child don't need help, don't need guidance, don't need no type of assistance, maybe a job program or whatever program, a housing program. He don't need food stamps or whatever to survive or whatever. He don't need nothing. He don't need nothing. So we just aid.
To your point, Wayne, I did a debate. I did a debate last season. Shout out to SVDL. I need to get back in debating. So I debated a guy on basically the same topic that we're having. And the topic of the debate was, are black men in a position to correct the black woman? And, obviously I said that they aren't.
Why not? I think so.
Hold on. Let's we can get into it. So if you go to congress.gov, there's a I don't know what you call him. D can help me. There's a statue on the book or whatever, but it's HR.1632. It's called the Commission on the Social Status of Black Men and Boys Act. So when you're saying that there's no programs for black boys, there is. The government did something for them. I implore any one of y'all, because I can't go through it now because we run out of time, but I implore any one of y'all to go to congress.gov and look up HR 1636 and read it. They break down everything. Wayne is correct. They break down their upbringing, their economic status, their education. They break down everything.
What are they giving away? What are they giving away? What are they giving?
Well, they're not giving them money. They're just, but
exactly.
They're trying to create initiatives for them, like programs, trade programs.
That's just like reparation. They bring programs. Yeah, but they bring reparation. They talk reparation. That don't mean that's not the same thing. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same thing. That's not the same thing what Goldman Sachs did. Goldman Sachs actually put money on the table for black women to get. That's not what that is what you read in the HRQ. That's just presenting something. That's not actually doing anything.
Well, it's something better than nothing.
Oh, stop
What's
it.
the difference?
Stop it. Come on.
All right, fellas, we gotta go, man. Hey, we didn't even get to the other video, but y'all know what I always say. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week, and we'll lead off with that other video. Oh, look at that, man. Let me show you something. Keela don't be playing no games. She put the link to my debate. And by the way, that guy didn't show up because he knew I was going to kick his ass. So he didn't debate. He never showed up after he called me out. So I had to just present it myself. Man, I appreciate that. Save for the subscription. Appreciate the subscription, man, boy. Hey, man, shout out to Top Notch Princess for coming over, man. I think you did a fantastic job. I do think we need to mix it up. I agree with Kev. If you got any white partners or Spanish, whatever, because I like to, you know what I always say, man, I want to hear from other places, because we could go back and forth, black, but I want to know how the other side's living. How the white people living, how the Spanish people living. I want to know. Yeah, Wayne, listen, I don't disagree with what Wayne is saying, but my contention with Wayne is always this, and me and Wayne have had long conversations about this. You can go listen to my podcast where I had Wayne on there. We got halfway drunk and was just chopping it up. Wayne, I think Wayne only sees like this. I don't think Wayne got no peripheral vision. Wayne sees what's in front of him, and that's it. And what Wayne has in front of him is good life, good friends. I got my money, I got my house. I'm here, but he don't realize that the majority of the people aren't in the space that he's in, and that's all I can say about that. That's
incorrect, but go ahead. That's incorrect, but go ahead.
No, but that's how I see it, though.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think you ever, because when I hear you talk, you know, you dwell on your.
I never go personal. I've never went personal. I don't know. People don't even know the money that I make. The people don't know what I have, what I drive, nothing. I never go personal in these conversations, because you shouldn't. A lot of times you should just stay general. It's okay to go personal. Like that girl, she went straight to personal. I didn't have to go personal because I understand that the conversation is about the majority, not the smaller percentage. It's always about the majority in general, what it is. When you said something about men should lead, you're saying that what was the last conversation? We didn't get into about what men should lead, or what did you say? What was that last debate you was about to say? A conversation you was about to bring up about?
The debate that I didn't get to have. Are black men in a position to correct the black woman?
Yes, I believe so. But we'll save that for another show. I'll tell you why. We'll tell you that. I'll tell you that another show.
Hey, you don't want to debate me on it. I already got the slides ready.
Whenever you ready. You and MD, man. I gotta set it up for y'all next year. I gotta do it. I'm already in the whole of debate. I gotta get the MD. So yeah, we can line it up. We can definitely line it up. But I'll tell you why I think men should. I think black men should.
So no, well, that's not the question. The question is, are black men in a position to lead?
Oh yes,
question.
Yes.
Because I could show you by 5 areas that they aren't in the position.
Go ahead.
I would agree with that too.
No, I'm telling you. I'm not going to show you now. Hey, listen, the debate presentation is already made. I can show you the entire presentation and show you.
Well, we just do it next show.
I could give you pure research that men aren't. Listen, black men don't even take care. Black men don't even take care of their health. So how the hell are they going to be in a position to lead?
Come on, Trev.
Come on, you gotta look at things in totality, Wayne.
You all right, and what's the numbers in that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Wayne, I got the numbers. I got the numbers.
Okay, so you go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not going to tell you now. When we ready to do it, I got the numbers.
Okay, because if you're going in that, okay, go ahead.
So Princess says her name is Princess. Yeah, Wayne. I'm shooting from the hip. I ain't shooting from the hip.
Thank you.
Hold on, man, because now y'all trying me now. Hold on.
Thank you, y'all, chat. Hey, chat, I appreciate y'all, man.
Now y'all trying me now. Now y'all trying me. I'm gonna tell you.
That's what I'm saying. You shoot from the hip, because of the black men, the majority not in a healthy state. They don't have a right to. They're not in the position to tell black women. That's crazy.
I said that was a Wayne. I said that was a factor. You see how you move the goalpost?
Okay. Well, let me say this. Okay, so let me say this. Black women carry between black women and black men. Black women carry the majority of debt. So you mean to tell me they're in the position not to be told anything? Go ahead. I'll wait. I'm listening.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay,
that's a good point. But a lot of them are incurring that debt because the man is not in the place that he should be in.
Are you serious? No, that's college. That's college degrees. That's car notes. That's houses, and they can't pay them. They're leading in foreclosures. Black women are leading in foreclosures, sir. They carry the most debt. They spend the most money. They're not. Listen, the average. Listen. So you telling me? I'm waiting. Go ahead. Go ahead. They are old. They are drowning in debt. So you telling me that they don't have a right to be not told anything? They lead the nation in abortions. They don't supposed to be told anything. They lead the nation in abortions.
I don't backed off of the abortion stance.
I'm just saying, because if we're going to go to health, if you're going to go to those type of things, okay, well, I can say, well, black women lead the nation in abortion. They're killing their children. They shouldn't be told anything. They lead the nation in debt. They shouldn't be, well, not the nation, but they're close to second in debt. You tell me they shouldn't lead anything? Single motherhood. They lead.
Who made them single? Who made them single?
The men that they choose made them single mothers, and a lot of them decided to be single mothers. Like, this is what I don't understand. That all of a sudden, because of
you're absolving the you're absolving the man for just had nothing.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. No. Not what I'm saying. No. I'm sick of the narrative is that because a woman, all of a sudden, because a woman is a single black mother, somehow it's the man's fault. Like, that's a crazy narrative. Like we act like women aren't assholes. Like women, like when y'all just talk about women having long one night stands and can just have sex for free. Now all of a sudden, well, why they single mothers? Like, okay, here we go. Y'all gonna contradict. Y'all don't want to have this debate.
See, MD talking about clip this. I'm telling you, Man Talk Monday is a clip show, and I'm actually going to clip Wayne's and Top Notch Princess's interaction. I ain't gonna do it right now. I'm probably gonna wait till the weekend because I'm tired. And here go Lil Mama coming up here pointing at the time for me. Listen, man.
All right, let's go, man. Let's get out of here.
Hey, this fantastic show, man. Wherever Mike is, man. Shouts out to you, man. Hope everything's all right. Mike has never missed a Man Talk Monday.
Yeah, shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike, man.
Shout out to Mike. But I think we held it down. No woman wakes up in the world and say, I want to be single. I had that. Listen, Princess, I had that.
That's a woman. Of course, Princess, a woman gonna say that.
Hold on, Princess. I had that same conversation. Of course,
a woman gonna say that.
Tito's channel before I came over here. They were talking about that. Well,
bring that same debate, then. Bring that same talking point, and I'm gonna eat it alive. You and Princess bring that same talking point next week, and I'm gonna eat it alive.
I'm here.
Like we have this thing that women are just angels, bro. That's crazy. Like, y'all crazy.
Wayne, they're not. I'm not saying they're angels. I'm not. Hey, man, some of my biggest hurts in life has been at the hands of a woman. I'm not saying that they're angels. I'm not saying that at all. But what y'all
give women too much slack, bro.
Hold on. What I am saying is this. When oh God, I can't believe I'm going here, but when when Adam and Eve,
boy.
hold on, because Wayne,
Go ahead.
because you know where I'm about to go with you now.
All right, go ahead.
When Adam and Eve did their transgression and they hid from God, the Bible says that God waited for the cool of the day and he came around and he said, Adam, he asked a simple question. He just said, Adam, where are you? And that's my thing to these men. Where are you? Where are you? You could complain about everything.
It's not a complaint.
Hold on. They're never in position. They're never in the right position when it needs to be, but they always could complain about what people not doing. Not all. They could complain about what people doing, but they can't get their ass in the correct position. But hey,
so let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. So to say that, right? I just want to ask so I know where I'm at on the next show. You're telling me
hey, we don't know what we're doing next week.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll wait because you say that because again you make these stands in these positions as if like just majority of black women got their shit together. It's crazy, and that's crazy. That's crazy because the numbers don't even say that. Morally,
would you say 70%?
Hell no! Get out of here! No way.
You don't think 70% of black women have their stuff together?
No. 70? No way.
All right. No. Well, hey, Kev. Hey, this was great, man. Go and give your clothes out, man, so we can get out of here.
Shout out to Top Notch Princess. I'm a promoter to Top Notch Queen because she is like a bottle of spring water, and it was just purifying. But yeah, Wayne, I don't know, man. Well, happy birthday, Wayne. But yeah, a lot of good points, but a lot of points is like, is this Wayne talking right now? Because I feel like I'm more like Wayne when it comes to like talking about women. But anyways, yeah, good seeing you guys. Good seeing you, Trev, and chat. You guys are hilarious. Shout out to Say too, because you were funny as well. But all right, y'all, peace.
All right, Kev. Oh man, birthday boy, go and give your clothes out, man. You've been on fire lately, man. Go and give your clothes
man. Out. I gotta hold it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
MD listen. Says Wayne want men welfare.
Hey, look at MD. There you go. I gotta eat them. I just got to eat him alive in this debate. But anyway, hey, listen. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Miss Princess is nothing personal. You know what I mean? Hope you get back on the show. We can go at it again. Peace to the chat. Trev, Kev, Mike. Man, hopefully you good. Y'all have a good night. That's it for me, folks.
All right, man. Enjoy your birthday, man. And you gotta get your girl on the show, man, because I think people don't believe people hear you talk. People hear you talk and they don't believe that you have a girl. Wayne does have a woman. I've seen Wayne's woman before. Wayne got a beautiful woman. So let's not act like he don't have a woman.
I know what people think. We talked about this. They think I'm this fat, overweight guy who live in his mama basement and who's on the internet all day eating cheese puffs, talking crap. I know it. I ain't got no woman. I don't get no sex. You know, all those typical talking points. I let people talk, man. Let people talk, bro. But yeah, I'm going to bring my girl on here one day and let her talk shit because they going to be, and I know what some people think. They think that he just talk like this on the internet. When he ride his girl, he's probably this old simp and butt kisser, but you know, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my girl in here so she y'all heard my girl talk before.
we had the video about the simp that I never got to. Oh man, we got to lead off with that next week. Oh,
but the guy, but Trev, you all know in the chat, y'all done seen videos and pictures and y'all done talked to my girl, so y'all already know how it go down.
Yeah, y'all. Hey, it's just like the way they treat Mike. They don't know. Yeah, but they don't know unless you know people personally. Then
yeah. But I don't care for these people to know. That's why I say I don't talk about myself, about what I have, or my family, or my girl, or nothing like that. You hardly ever hear me bring that stuff up because man, it's just we talking about here and we keeping it here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I bring my girl on so she could talk that crap and y'all can ask all the kind of questions and whatever. I'm gonna let her do a little questionnaire.
All right, man. Don't let her take care of you, man.
Hey, and let me add, yes, Captain Manosphere is in a long-term relationship too. 5 years, baby. 5 years, MD. All y'all. I'm just joking around. Hey, I love y'all, man. Good night, baby. Hey, shout out to Take Fix Politics. Check out my boys' show tomorrow. It's a good show, man. Y'all check the boys, Van Cat, MD, Ricardo, all of them. Y'all check it out, man. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
All right, Wayne. Oh my goodness, man. There you have it. Another fantastic episode of Man Talk Monday. Man, I thought this was a great show. I wish Mike was here, but I thought this was a fantastic show. Shout out to the top-notch princess for coming through. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I think she added something to the show that we were missing, like an element. Like it's like when Moon Goddess comes on, they bring that other side, Queen Bee, the queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene, she don't come on too much just because she don't care for all of the back and forth. But I just think, he's taking congratulations. Yeah, man, Wayne. Yeah, man, but I thought it was a fantastic show, man. Princess, like I said, her energy, when I first heard her, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get this girl over here. Like this energy is insane. And that's kind of how we go over here, man. Anybody new watching, so normally the way the stories go, we'll do the video, we'll do whatever story we're going to talk on. Everybody will get their initial point about it, and then we'll do the crosstalk. So that's kind of how it is. That's how we do it over here, man. But we do have one more show this coming Monday before we go ahead and take the holidays off, man. So hopefully you guys are over here. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for Tape Fist Politics. Again, they'll be talking about Donald Trump. Ain't no telling what Van Cat gonna say. So y'all make sure and check that out. This Wednesday on Wrestling with Reality, we'll be talking about the WWF Ring Boy scandal. If you don't know what the Ring Boy scandal was, it was a scandal where they had a bunch of underage ring boys back in the early 90s, and there was this creep that would, have his way with the kids. I'm gonna just say that. So we'll be breaking that down this Wednesday. There's nothing going on Thursday for the Bible stuff. I think our debate is going to be December 5th. Between Stacey Mobley and the brother Ashraka. That's going to be a fantastic debate, man. Y'all make sure that y'all in the building for that. But with all that being said, man, tune in this Sunday, Beyond the Scoreboard, the post-game show for the Miami Football Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Y'all make sure and tune into that. Hey, go check out my YouTube shorts, man. I be dropping nothing but jewels over there on YouTube after these Dolphin games, man. Y'all go ahead and check that out, man. Again, shout out to Keela, the best moderator in the business. Let's do this, y'all. Let's build communities. I agree. Yeah, I agree, Maria G. I enjoy the new people in the chat. Listen, man. That's what we do. Let's build a community, man, because we could easily strive off of drama. Like literally right now, I could end this live and just make up a beef with somebody and fire up a new beef, and it'll be 100 people over here listening. But can you keep them to talk about some real stuff? And that's what I want to do. Let's build. So y'all make sure and go check out Content Kings. He has a couple of pages, like Content Kings 75, and I think the other one is like Content Kings 123, something like that. But he's been doing a lot on the Young Dolph. Hey, some of the stuff that he's been saying in this Young Dolph thing, I'm like, oh my God. I didn't know too much about Young Dolph when he was taken out in 2021. I didn't know anything about him. It wasn't until recently I was watching another YouTuber and I saw the story. I'm like, oh man. And C-Dub is over there breaking down the case and everything like that. So y'all make sure and check that out. Be sure to tune in to Tape Fist Politics tomorrow night, man. But I see the little one over here again looking at me crazy. So I really gotta go, man. I will see you guys Wednesday for me. Make sure and subscribe to the channel, share the video out on your social media platforms, man. Let everybody know where it is, what we doing over here. My motto is go Cowboys nothing. Women always get top priority to come on the panel. If you're a woman and you want to come on the panel, you got top priority. I always let you come on as long as you could, as long as you can handle yourself over here in the Lions Den. You see how it gets. Princess had no problem handling herself. So I knew that. So that's where we are with that, man. But I'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you for coming out, man. Shout out to all the new people. Thank you for the new subscribers. I will see you guys on the other side. Make sure and tune in tomorrow night for Tape Fist Politics. Peace.